Hello everyone and welcome to FWA London Corner. We're here at the Southbury Leisure Centre in Enfield and we're kicking it off with flyweight action as Dan Hade, who's a champion of the FWA Academy, is taking on the little dragon Ross Jordan. See the fans. Dan Hade definitely a fan favourite here in the FWA. In fact, this is Dan Hade's FWA main show debut. Student of the FWA Academy down in Portsmouth. He's taken on the little dragon Ross Jordan, who is of course trained by the show stealer Alex Shane. And here comes the little dragon now. You can see by their action on the way to the ring, both of them obvious fan favourites. The crowd showing their support for both men. And we are about to witness fantastic flyweight action, courtesy of the FWA. The bell arrives here just in time. Good going there. And as mentioned earlier, both men fan favourites here in the FWA. Start off the match. Ross Jordan will go behind, reverses, back on top, scoots over, front chancery there. This is the kind of action you're going to see. Quick, fast-paced, mixed with technical action, mixed with high-flying action. Jordan scoots under, takes that wrist lock. Dan Hade trying to find a counter. He rolls through. He then goes underneath and finds the wrist lock on his own. Now Dan Hade in control. Rolls through, nip up, uses the momentum and takes the arm as that leg trip rolls through. Keeps hold of the arm. And then takes the headlock there. He's just applying that pressure. Jordan there, a bit loose on that headlock earlier. He was lucky that Dan Hade wasn't able to roll out, but oh! Dan Hade tried to trip Ross Jordan over. Jordan, however, didn't have so much momentum where he had to jump over, held onto the ropes, immediately went down and took that headlock again. Whoa, pushes him off. Does Dan Hade, and there's a boot to the stomach. Uses his body positioning there to roll through that headlock takedown. Jordan saw an opening there. Rolls through, gets a 2 count. Rolls through again. Head kicks the leg forwards though to maintain pressure on that head. Keep his shoulders off the mat. Oh, hammerlock there, gets himself underneath. Dan Hade with a roll up there. Oh, that was interesting. You saw Ross Jordan hooks onto that leg and Dan Hade's holding on as well there, and that's interesting. Both men that are not prepared to give up their advantage on one another, keeping hold of a body part, trying to get a quick count. Crowd very appreciative of the action here. And Dan Hade once again trying to get the fans back in this. The fans are already in it. Trying to get the fans on his side there, get the fans into the action. Headlock seemed to work. He's taken the advantage straight away. He's pushed back into the ropes there. Hade uses the momentum off the ropes to send the little dragon down. Scoots underneath. Oh, ducks the clothesline. Dan Hade runs the ropes. Nice! Tilt-a-whirl head scissors there. And Ross Jordan scoots to the outside. Going to get himself a breather, but he's not going to get a chance here because Dan Hade has already made it to his way to the top rope. Jordan, oh, Jordan walks straight into that plancha from the outside. The stars of the FWA flyweight division really taking it to the limit here, and Dan Head especially, you gotta wonder if there's any butterflies in the stomach there. He knows he has to make the most of this opportunity. And he's now going for a suplex. No, Jordan blocked it. Doesn't want to take a suplex on the outside, and there's a few forearms there. Oh, it just drives him back first into those steel ring steps. Jordan rolls in and rolls back out there, breaks the count, and then slams him on the outside. Lucky enough for Dan Head there that Ross's positioning was where it was, and that he landed down on that mat. But there's like, those, don't be fooled people, those mats aren't thick at all. They're like carpet, about the same thickness of really thin carpet. Ross Jordan now applying the pressure. Get that reverse chin up there, and you can't see is that the knee is in the spine, or you can definitely see it now because he's repeatedly driving it into the spine of Dan Head. Irish whips into the corner. Oh, steps up the ropes there with that drop kick, and now follows it in with a schoolboy. Gets a 2 count there. Oh, good idea there. Once again, they're trying to apply that, get the pin count very quickly there, not prepared to just give up. Pushed his weight on top of the legs of Dan Head. Whoa, headbutt. Forearm. There's a headbutt. Headbutt from Dan Head. Oh, he's got that double underhook, and here comes that series of Dan headbutts. I guess that's what they're called. Off the ropes, drives the elbow. It's a 2 count there. And Dan Head now once again trying to get the fans behind him, but walks into that crescent kick. Took too much time there. Ross Jordan had enough time, as I was saying there, to regain his senses. Lift up that leg and standing moonsault once again on that back. Hooks the near leg. Gets a 2 count. No pressure or no body weight over the shoulders there. It's all in the midsection. Enabling Dan Head to lift that shoulder up. I'm not quite sure what he's going through here. This is rather original. This is the first time I've seen this maneuver. It's a sharpshooter with the arms and a camel clutch there. That's definitely a unique submission hold there. Working on the neck and working on the back, and Ross Jordan showing his vicious side in this match. Oh, Head inexperienced there, runs straight into that elbow. Well, he's going for that jumping DDT. That's his. Oh, nice, countered into a trash compactor like power slam. Dan Head rolls through. Hooks the leg, gets a cover, but only a 2 count there. Jordan was going for that second rope DDT. She's started perfecting as a finisher now, and well, we got a. Oh, very interesting there. Looked like he was going for a T-bone suplex, but dropped him face first. Dan Head rolls Jordan over. 1, 2. Jordan gets the shoulder up, and you can see there's a slight look of frustration there. Well, it's been turning into an obvious look of frustration there, and now he's trying to get the crowd behind him, maybe to give himself that little extra something to go on and get his win in his debut FWA match. They signalling that it's all over, and now he's going for it. Oh, but no. Didn't have enough in the back, and oh, Jordan. Well, if his back wasn't hurting enough before, it certainly is now. As Jordan just drives that kick straight into the spine there, and wise move, goes for the cover, but Dan Head showing some heart. And now sits through on this interesting tied up camel clutch move. Pulling back, and once again Dan Head is on the defensive. And you see Ross Jordan is leaning in there, trying to get as much momentum to pull himself back. The fans trying to get Dan Hade back into this, but Jordan maintaining the pressure. As soon as Dan Hade was making a chance to try and get out of this move, Jordan changed the game plan, immediately jumped straight onto that back. Hade firing back with some shots to the midsection. And Jordan immediately keeping straight on that back with a series of forearms. Picking him up there. Oh, kick there, takes him down. There's from the kick from the left, kick from the right. Off the ropes, gets caught with a lariat from the right. Both men down, and the referee begins to make the count. That clothesline took the little dragon by surprise, and now Dan Hade once again trying to get the fans rallying behind him, give himself that something extra to get up, and he kips up there. Not sure how much that had taken out of him. Jordan walks straight in, or staggers straight into that clothesline, and Dan Hade now staggering, running straight in with those headbutts now. Dan Hade showing fire now. Kick, knee, ace crusher. Series of moves, but holding that lower back again. And he rolls Jordan over now. Not able to hook that leg though, and Jordan gets the left shoulder up. Dan Hade back on the offensive. And now he's signaling for something. Oh, he's going to the outside. I'm not quite sure how wise this is. He's taking a lot of time because of the injury to that back. Perching himself on the top rope. Jordan's making his way back to his feet, and Hade is waiting for that right positioning. Top rope cross body there, but almost went over him. He like took his head off almost. Wasn't able to land on top, body to body, and hook that leg and get that pinfall. Now he rolls over. 1, 2, but not enough momentum. Jordan gets that left shoulder up. Dan Hade is throwing everything at Jordan, but so far he's not having much luck, and Dan Hade ducked the back elbow, but didn't duck that spinning heel kick. Jordan stomps him, trying to keep him in position. Well, now Jordan taking far too much time. Oh, somersault leg drop there to the midsection. 1, 2. The right shoulder was free, and he was able to roll it up. A bad cover there from the little dragon. Took all the wind out of Dan Hade, but wasn't able to follow up with a good cover. Jordan, this time he misses it. Dan Hade was able to roll out of the way. It probably took everything he had. And now, wait a minute. And now this time he's able to get him up, and that's it. It's that over the shoulder into that tiger bomb-like maneuver, and this time Ross Jordan was able to get the shoulder up. Dan Hade did not get a pin there, really. There was no weight on weight. You have to wonder to yourself, if it wasn't for the back injury, would he have been able to have maintained that cover? And got the 3 count now. Dan Hade, perhaps in desperation now, searching for something from the top rope. It's taken a long time to get there now. Dives with the splash though, but nobody home. Jordan rolls out the way, both men down. Both men again wanting to make a name for themselves as we're leading up to the FWA Flyweight tournament, and now setting up for something over the shoulder. Oh my goodness, he was going for it again, and this time, that was an interesting unique move. That's the first time I've seen Jordan hit that. Hooks the leg, 3 count. Ross Jordan gets the victory. It's the first time I've seen that maneuver. He was going for like a reverse suplex, but turned it into a roll the dice like maneuver, a spin doctor. Whatever you call it effective, because it just gave Ross Jordan a win. And now certainly Ross Jordan's got to be going into this FWA Flyweight tournament a favourite. And he's signaling for it now. He's signaling for that belt. Fans showing their appreciation for a great match. And yes, Jordan giving a Round of applause for Dan Hade, who's making his FWA main show debut. Show of respect here between the two. Both of them still new to the business, but putting on a hell of a performance there, and we can only hope for more great action from these two great flyweights here in the FWA. Ross Jordan gets the win over Dan Hade.
Yep, this is this is my favourite part, believe it or not. If we can get the camera off that guy and onto my two favourite parts of the show thus far, that'd be no camera off this guy, please. Yep, that's not bad. Can we get down the front of him? Of her, there we are. Oh, I suppose I better mention the names actually. This is Dr. Dirk Feelgood. And the young lady behind him. We can get her in a camera shot, please. Hello. In that incredibly I think I see it. I really do. Ah. Hello. I think I saw it. I really do. That's it. That's Nurse Stephanie Scope. And it seems like we're here for the first ever doctor's surgery.
People of Enfield and the surrounding London borough, I am the mister who kissed your sister. The brother who scored with your mother. The monk. Oh, and the altar boy. Sexual joy. Ladies, come and worship this svelte Casanova. Sit on my couch. Let's get one leg over. Doctor Dirk.
Well, that's certainly an impressive entrance. Although I think this, quite frankly, makes a mockery of wrestling. There's a couch noise.
Give us your screams. The breast of bounce like big trampolines. No! Stephanie!
Well, I won't disagree with that.
Now, in a way, you're all my patients, yeah? You said it's fat. You are, anyway. Remember, society despises a fat man. Work on it, okay? And you all need my medical assistance. And you're invited
She looks like she's had his medical assistance.
FWA's The Clinic with me, Dr. Dirk Feelgood, and Nurse Stephanie Scope.
I wonder after she's visited the clinic.
Staff patient. And he is one half of the FWA Tag Team Champions, the Bubblegum, Simmons!
Well, this is certainly going to be interesting. Dr. Dirk Feelgood. And, well, Simmons. Simmons thinks of himself as a bit of a doctor himself. He is one half of the FWA Tag Team Champions, as you can see him there walking to the ring. With the title in hand. And a stethoscope there of sorts. I like to put my ear up against Nurse Stephanie Scope's chest just to see if she's okay. I know she's standing, but I'm not feeling. You can see it's easy to tell that Simmons is a fan favourite here in the FWA.
Mr. Simmons, I'm very grateful for your presence. Would you like to take a seat in the clinic?
I'd love to take a seat, Dirk, Feelgood. I just want to say one more thing before I sit down.
I'm not sure. No. Wait a minute, what? Yeah, well, I agree. I'm not going to repeat what it was that Simmons just seemed to say.
Can we stop that music, please? This is my clinic, and this is no one else's clinic. I say when music hits, no music hits. Mr. Simmons, please take a seat.
Well, I have no idea what that was about.
No, Stephanie, please. Make yourself look beautiful.
Simmons just became my hero.
Here he is, the butler, Simmons.
What's the belt? Jesus.
He's a butler, granted, which is also one half of the FWA Tag Team Champions. An accomplishment.
She keeps trying to touch the
This
belt.
man has faced many an adversity. That's part of problems, okay, throughout his life. Only recently we found out Mr. Simmons has cystic fibrosis. You didn't write it all because cystic fibrosis is a very serious medical condition.
It is indeed. This is something that's...
I have a degree. Okay, I have a degree.
Oh, you're a doctor, that's right.
That's right. Mr. Simmons was in hospital recently. A very common occurrence with cystic fibrosis. But yet here he is, in front of all you people here. Maybe you think he deserves a round of applause.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, anyone that can, you know, go through that and still be a wrestler is impressive in my book.
He deserves a round of applause. But you see, the thing is, I don't think Simmons deserves a round of applause.
No, there's no need for this.
These people think you're a hero.
This kind of makes me feel a bit uncomfortable.
They told him to hospital, and then here he is wrestling for all of you.
So he should.
So he shouldn't. So he shouldn't. I don't take kindly when people don't listen to a professional, educated man like myself. Like Jack. Xavier. You see, fat boy Jack Xavier didn't listen to my advice, and I had to put him under with the anesthetic.
Yeah, well, we all saw what happened there.
I don't like people who defy doctors' orders.
The truth
Now,
is Dirk Feelgood is a real doctor. And he doesn't his own choice, but he's abusing his power here. And Simmons feels like he can do it, then whether it's wise or not, then let him. Let him. You know, there was a lot of noise and interference during that. I wish it would happen more whenever Dirk Feelgood speaks, to be honest. Less of his voice, more pictures of Stephanie Scode, and I'm quite a happy man.
you know it!
I'll sleep happy.
I know these people here know that you should not be wrestling tonight. Dirk Feelgood!
And now... Well, what's up? There seems to be some... he tried to come out earlier, I'm guessing, and he's... I guess he maybe thought better of it, or someone from backstage said no, but Greg Lambert invading here.
Stop the press. Shut your mouths. And sort this music out, and this sound is absolutely shocking. Now I can stop with you people,
Well, that'll make you friends here in Enfield.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Greg the Truth Lambert, the world's #1 wrestling journalist. Dr. Dirk Feelgood, I apologise for gate crashing Simmons,
I wonder how many appointments he's had.
I've got something to say to you. I'll just re-educate these idiots on our history. Remember last time we were standing across each other from a ring? You turned my kind offer down to become your manager, and then you swerved me out of the FWA tag team titles.
Yeah, I remember that. I liked it too. In fact, there's the belt.
It's mine. But that's fine. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to conduct an investigation. Because I'm trying to find out who's been going around attacking all the wrestlers backstage, Simmons.
Yeah, this is something that would happen, especially at Broxbourne.
It's not that loud-mouthed idiot there. It's you. Me? It's you, Simmons. You're trying to convince all these people that you're ill. You're trying to convince all these people that you weren't at the last 2 FWA main shows before Crunch, when you made your glorious comeback. How do we know, Simmons? How do we know that you didn't sneak into the building and you didn't attack Jack Xavier and Mark Sloan like the mealy-mouthed dog that you are?
Mealy-mouthed dog. Impressive.
And I want to apologise to all these people here because I've got a cough and a cold, so my voice may sound pretty silly. But I am offended that you insinuate that I was at those shows. When I was laid up in hospital, and thought the next thing I want to thank all you people for the cards, letters and emails and text messages that I received off you. Thank you, Greg Albert, who insinuated I had a shot to become the #1 contender for the FWA Championship.
Yeah, that was at the Gold Rush Battle Royal.
You're saying, I'm not putting on Greg Albert, I'm fed up, I was this close. You have no idea how hard it is when you find out your career is this close from being over. And you're going to find out now that your career is over.
Whoa! And he's got his... Wait a minute. That's the anesthetic. Simmons offended at everything that Greg the Truth, I use that term loosely, Lambert, everything he said when Simmons was laid up in hospital. Oh, come on! I can't believe everything we just saw there.
See you later, Simmons.
I can't believe everything we just saw there. Simmons was laid up in hospital. He had a chance to go into the Gold Rush and become the #1 contender to the FWA title. Unfortunately, due to the condition that we heard about earlier, he was unable to. Greg Lambert made these incredible allegations regarding...
I'll tell you what, Dirk Feelgood, when we're back here in about half an hour, you, son, are going down!
Still at a loss for words of everything that transpired moments ago regarding Dirk Feelgood, Simmons, Greg the Truth Lambert, and even Nurse Stephanie Scope. I'm really disappointed in her. But later on this evening, we'll see Dirk Feelgood and Simmons go one-on-one, and I wouldn't want to be in Dirk Feelgood's shoes considering the mood Simmons is in.
I hope you can hear me. Hear the mics of the crowd.
Yeah.
So I've got a few things to say. Some of you might have been wondering what I did at the end of Crunch and why I did it. Well, I'll tell you, I'll give you a very good explanation in a minute. But I want to give you a little history lesson first. I want to take you back to November when I lost the British Heavyweight Championship.
Okay. I wouldn't laugh.
I lost it because of one man, Ulf Herman. And there is, believe it or not, a link between Ulf Herman and Jodie Fleisch.
What?
And it's this. They're not proper wrestlers. They are people that have infested this great sport of mine and turned it into a joke, turned it into a sideshow.
How?
I'm sick and tired of it, quite frankly. So as long as I'm around now, I'm going to try and re-establish proper traditional wrestling. And that means getting rid of... You might cheer, but it's the people like you that encouraged it, quite frankly. And you're all big Jody Fleisch fans. You all wanted him back. He came back, and he's doing his fancy acrobatics. And where's the respect for people like me, the proper wrestlers? There isn't any now. And you all like hardcore stuff, old Bubblegum gives you. That's not real wrestling. I can hit someone with a dustbin if I wanted to, but I don't. I just want to get in here and wrestle. So that's my reasoning. Until they're all out of business, I won't be satisfied.
A mixed reaction here from the fans, and
It's a fair point. Tonight is yet another example of someone that shouldn't be here calling himself a wrestler. Spud. Not tonight. So bring out Spud, and let me give him a damn good beating and send him back to Bubblegum where he belongs.
and the words of Doug Williams there, saying that people like Spud, Jody Fleisch and Ulf Herman shouldn't be in the ring. Jody Fleisch is known for his high-flying manoeuvres. Ulf Herman known for his hardcore antics. But this is what makes up the sport of professional wrestling so well. There's so many diverse athletes out there. And right now, here's one, the high-flying Spud. He's got to be another person that's going to be looking forward to making a name for himself in the FWA Flyweight division. And the fans certainly behind Spud. Spud, the high flyer, get this technical wrestling masterpiece that is Doug Williams. Yeah, well, that wasn't exactly technical. That was just embarrassing. Spud makes his way back to his feet. He's going to try for something different here. Spud cannot out-wrestle Doug Williams, okay? It doesn't take a genius to figure that out. But Spud is certainly going to out-quicken the pace here. And when Spud starts to run those ropes, that is when Doug Williams is going to be in trouble, because he will not be able to keep up with the high flying and the speed of Spud. Doug is just kind of toying with him a little bit, giving him far too much time and just setting him on the top rope. Oh, come on, there's just no need for this. Just slaps him on the face there as he sits him on the top rope. Whoa! Spud! Oh, there's just no weight. Oh, there's just no Oh, there's a nice. Hey, use this smart and use his speed there. Whoa! Underneath he goes. Whoa! Gets caught. Going for a gut wrench or a sunset or something. I'm not quite sure what it was. Unorthodox, yes, but he has to be against Doug Williams. Irish whip. There's the power and weight advantage of Doug Williams. Spud begins to run those ropes. Wheelbarrow attempt. Oh, gets dropped face twice. Oh, but the third time, Spud turned it into an arm drag and he's holding that head. And Doug Williams, a little bit surprised there, scoots to the outside and, whoa, Spud. You're not safe when you're on the outside of the ring. Anytime you're in the ring there with somebody like an FWA Flyweight competitor, but especially somebody like Spud. We saw earlier how Ross Jordan wasn't safe on the outside when Dan Head was around. And Spud's even more agile than he is. Doug Williams complaining about the noise, uses it as a distraction, tries to make the most of it. However, Spud one step ahead, more than a hair quicker, like a full head of hair quicker. Okay, different types of hairs, but you know my point. Irish whip reversal that. Spud gets behind, pushes in face first, going for a back suplex there. No, too much weight. Doug Williams managed to turn it into an arm wringer there. Just jumps up and delivers that knee to Spud. Slam there. That's no ordinary slam when you're the size of Spud and there's somebody the size of Doug Williams slamming you, picking you up, and then just rolling you straight into that mat. And, oh, just thrown to the outside. I quite frankly could probably done that one-handedly. Spud holding his head still, the back of his neck as well. The referee makes the count. There is a 20 count here in effect in the FWA. Doug Williams breaks the count there. Spud gets back in the ring, and Doug Williams taunts him, tells him to come on and bring it, and Spud did that, diving with that elbow to the midsection there. But Doug Williams just too much behind him. Spud's still very young and incredibly inexperienced as opposed to Doug Williams, who began wrestling in 1996. And just throws him back. Doug Williams is just toying with him now. I'm not liking this new attitude from Doug Williams at all. We've seen Doug Williams in some classic battles here in the FWA. Who can forget some of his matches with guys like the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, with guys like Jerry Lynn, or the triple threat match from Season's Beatings with Doug Williams, Jerry Lynn, and AJ Styles. We've seen him against the best that Japan has to offer in pro wrestling, Noah. And yet, for some reason, he's taken this attitude and just, flies through Spud with that high-flying knee lift there, jumping knee lift. Pulls him up by the hair, which is a legal move. Scoots him up for a press slam. Okay, this isn't that impressive, Doug. We know you can do this. And then just slams him down. Oh, now he springs up and those knees are just lethal weapons from the Anarchist. Give credit though, where credit is due to Spud. All the weight of Doug Williams put into that knee, coming off the second rope and driven into the chest and throat and side of the neck there of Spud. And again, it made me think he put more pressure on Spud instead of just toying with him. Really got the victory. Oh, Spud ducks the clothesline and drops him head first on the knee. There's an enziguri, almost takes him down, but the neckbreaker did. Series of moves from Spud. Goes for the cover, not able to hook the leg. Referee Lance Linehan with a 2 count. Spud seems to have found something, but no. There's just the power and raw power and technique and weight advantage there. Doug Williams comes out of nowhere with that gut wrench, but misses the headbutt from the second rope. Doug really should perhaps think that he should stick to technical wrestling, although he's also known for that bomb scare knee drop from the top rope. Shades of Mark Rocco and Dynamite Kid as his knee drop from the top rope, but that headbutt certainly wasn't. Suplex countered. Whoa! He almost lifted Spud into another orbit there. Another universe, and oh my goodness! Okay, can we get the camera on Spud? I want to make sure that his head is still there. Yep, it is. But he ain't kicking. Yes, he is kicking out. Jeez. Spud, his eyes. You can tell by looking at his eyes. He's just not with it at all. That was just pure instinct that caused him to get his shoulder up there. And he rolled over to his stomach as soon as he could there. A combination of trying to get himself up, and also so he's in a position of not being able to get pinned. And there's those series of knees again, and but Spud just drives that shoulder into the midsection, cuts him off. He didn't want another flying knee, but cannot pick him up. There's the power of Doug Williams again, and trying for a power bomb, and then Spud trying to turn into a Hurricane Rana, but Spud rolls through with a sunset Dirk keeps hold of the leg. Oh, goes for a spinning toe hold or a figure four, but Spud uses his leg to push him to the outside, and Spud's running. Spud's running, and there's a somersault planter to the outside. But Spud took quite a nasty knock there on the back and the shoulders. I think he was lucky enough to be able enough to protect his head. Doug Williams, however, took the leg and the posterior and the lower half of the body weight all on his chest and head there. Doug sent him to the ring. Spud trying to get the fans behind him, maybe get a second wind here. Use this momentum that he just created. Springboards to the top rope, crossbody, just too much power. Wait a minute, rolls through. Just too much power there. Oh, he was. Oh, I think both men caught something there. He tried to turn it into a like a Uranagi slam, but Spud held on to the head and drove him head first. Wheelbarrow. This time he gets him with the bulldog. He was attempting that earlier. Near leg hooked. It's a 2 count, says referee Lance Lenahan. Spud trying to make the most of this opportunity, and what a feather in the cap it would be for Spud to get a victory over a former FWA British Heavyweight Champion. That title, of course, now around the waist of the show stealer Alex Shane. Whoa! Spud, you can't trade forearms with the anarchist, but I'll give credit where it's due. He's giving it. He's giving it his all. And oh! Okay, I think he's done. Oh, I think he's done. That was a T-bone suplex into the turnbuckles, and he just landed on the back of his head there and just folded him up. Doug up at the count of 8. However, predictably Spud isn't. Doug Williams now in complete control, and I think this match is pretty much over, but Doug uses this opportunity to just drive another knee into Spud and just picks him up by the hair. Spud showing some heart though, and he's showing some intestinal fortitude there. He's grabbing hold of the ropes to try and pull himself up, but he's still trying to fight in this. Forearm shots there. And there's another one. Oh, Doug now. Oh, he's just exposed it for a knife edge chop, and that just echoed around the building. And here comes another one by the looks of it. Referee trying to... No. Referee was able to stop that there. Irish whip. Oh, Doug Williams for the knee. He missed it. That knee met turnbuckle. Doug Williams now on the receiving end of a flurry of blows from Spud. Series of running elbows and forearms. Oh, Doug went for a kick, and oh, he got the back suplex. He attempted that earlier. He wasn't able to, but damn it, this time Spud just had enough in it. Whoa. Satellite DDT, using the momentum to flip himself round. Extra velocity, but not able to get a good enough pin there. What an upset this would be. It's a human dynamo that is Spud that could get a victory over Doug Williams. Well, that just wouldn't put him in a good position for the flyweight division. That would put him in a good position to perhaps challenge Alex Shane for the FWA British Heavyweight title. Oh no, Chaos Theory. Oh no, he blocks it with a... Oh, hey, wait a minute. No! A pure wrestling genius like Doug Williams needed to hold the ropes, reversing a victory roll to get the victory over Spud.
Easy 3, you see.
Yeah, I'm sure it is an easy 3 when you hold onto the ropes.
Someone who can't
Oh, now he's just blatantly lying. You can see it. Fan at ringside is getting really annoyed. The music of Dr. Dirk Feelgood. And there's Stephanie Scope and Can we get the camera just a little bit low? No. Damn it. Fire the cameraman. Fans making it known what they think of him. And I don't think Dirk Feelgood's made himself a lot of fans here in the FWA based on what happened earlier. Fans trying to get a picture now. Nurse Stephanie scoping Dr. Dirk Feelgood. I think Dirk Feelgood's just tagging along for the ride in that photo there. We're here for our third match this evening. Earlier we saw Doug Williams have to use the ropes to defeat Spud. Well, do you see it? Yes, she's a nurse. I suddenly felt a bit of a temperature coming on. I need to do with the normal examination, of course. So now, here's the music of Simmons before I bury myself there. And here comes an incredibly PO'd Simmons, who earlier this evening felt the effects of the anaesthetic. Rude awakening like neckbreaker into a DDT. You know, under the condition, he's not going to be 100%. He's already not 100%. Oh, and then to make things worse, he gets jumped from behind. This is his first match back since missing 2 FWA shows, as you heard earlier, due to condition of cystic fibrosis. He also isn't well. He does have a temperature. He shouldn't be in the ring. And of all people to take advantage of that, a bleeding doctor. Dirk Feelgood now, that headlock. Simmons uses the momentum of the ropes to send him into the ropes, tries to trip him up. Whoa! Simmons often has a problem with those leapfrogs there. I guess those, trousers aren't exactly typical wrestling ring wear there. But a series of clotheslines and a hard scoop body slam there. And the doctor just got out of the house. Scooted to the outside there. Simmons was building momentum, and Nurse Stephanie Scope there to check on the condition of Dr. Dirk Feelgood, and I think Dirk's a little bit surprised that even after the anaesthetic, Simmons is here fighting. And Simmons is actually behind Dirk while Dirk is arguing with the crowd. Whoa! All that time talking to the crowd. Stalling vertical suplex, brought in from the outside, rolled over for the cover. Dirk kicks out at 2. And now Simmons on top with a headlock. Dirk trying to find position to get his way out of this. Once again uses the ropes, pushes him off. Momentum Simmons' way. This time, Dirk Feelgood ducks the charge. Oh, sorry, leapfrogs the charge. Simmons, however, ducked the clothesline and drills him with a DDT. I guess that's kind of a receipt for the anaesthetic earlier. Kick out by the doctor. Talking about a man who abuses his authority. And now he's trying to find a way out of this. He jumped him from behind. Jumped him into medical surgery. Or the doctor's clinic. I don't know what he calls it. The fans think he's, yes, that. He gets sent to the outside, however, Simmons lands on his feet. And Stephanie Scope is distracted. Once again, from behind, Dirk Feelgood Irish whip into the post. Referee now trying to get the action back in the ring. Simmons was able to get his hands up there to try and block as much momentum as he could, thank goodness, otherwise this match could be over. And he chokes him. He's got a 5 count to break it. Although really, the referee could say that if he continues to do this, he can issue him with a yellow card. The card system is something we have here, specific to the FWA. These fans seem to think his name is Dick Feelgood. No, Steph, no. I'll let you enter the jokes there. There's an elbow. Runs off both ropes and there's a knee. Not exactly like Doug Williams, but he made the smart move there and hooked the leg rather tightly. Got a 2 count. And now once again choking him out of pure frustration now. And now just jaw-jacking with the crowd. There's just no need for this, really. I'll give him credit, that was kind of a nice elbow drop, but... well done, he can count. This time gets a bit of momentum off the ropes and took far too much time. Simmons moved out of the way. And now Simmons perhaps trying to find a second win. Irish whip, however, still too much in Dirk Feelgood. Dirk Feelgood runs into that elbow. Oh! Jumping stomp to the feet there. Now this time Simmons, who's the stronger of the two. Wait a minute, butler flip? Yep. And Simmons back in control and the fans rally behind one half of the FWA Tag Team Champions and oh, hot shot stun gun like maneuver there. Cut Simmons off. It's lucky he didn't catch him on the throat, it was on the chest, however, nice vertical leap with that standing drop kick. But in typical Dirk Feelgood, just takes too much time. Maybe if he'd have gone for the pin, he could have got it. Simmons trying to talk himself back into this, trying to get himself rallied up, get a second win. He almost did it earlier, but just still too much in Dirk to get that. Irish whip. Oh, catches him with that sleeper. Almost didn't get it. I think Simmons tried to run through it. Too much in Dirk and he pulls it back, and now Simmons trying to get the fans behind him and the fans are rallying. Simmons definitely the crowd favourite here. You can hear the crowd chanting. There's an elbow. Second elbow. Third elbow. Breaks the sleeper. Ducks the clothesline. Oh, catches him again. Whoa, rolls through. That wasn't a tight enough grip. Side suplex and both men are down. Simmons hitting the mat in frustration there. Sorry, Dirk Feelgood was hitting the mat in frustration. Simmons trying to use it as a way to get the crowd into this, get the crowd behind him. Maybe psych himself up, and Simmons is up to one knee, both men up at the same time. Who can make the first move? It's Dirk, but Simmons sees it coming. Series of open hands there to the face and to the stomach. Backdrop. Simmons is back on the offensive now, and Irish whip, maybe we're going to see that butler splash. Yep, here it comes. That butler splash. Ooh. That'll check your hearing. And Dirk just wanders straight in, and he's staggering around. He hasn't got a clue where he is, and he's going for that. Stephanie Scope is trying to distract the butler there. Wait, there's Jack Xavier. Jack Xavier knows. God bless Jack Xavier. And God bless the cameraman, finally. And I don't think Nurse Stephanie Scope is going to be in this match. Butler Buster. chalk this one up as a victory for Simmons, and the crowd erupts. Simmons avenges the attack from behind earlier this evening and just slaps the Doctor, maybe trying to slap some sense into him. And tells him exactly what he thinks. Apparently it's he that sucks and not Stephanie Scope. From a ring perspective, I mean. Not that she's a... I don't know. But Simmons gets a hell of a victory here. Despite taking the anesthetic, despite the outside interference from Stephanie Scope, the constant distractions, the jumps from behind, Simmons, one half of the FWA Tag Team Champions. And also, by the way, despite the illness and his first match back, Simmons gets the victory. And that man there, not a good showing for yourself, Sunshine. Outside interference and illness, jumping from behind, and you still can get the victory. And Dirk Feelgood just shouting his frustration at the fans. He can't believe it. What a victory there. One half of the Tag Team Champions for Simmons. The fans are just laughing at this poor excuse for a Doctor. We saw earlier this evening the Little Dragon Ross Jordan advance over Dan Head in the FWA Flyweight division, the FWA Flyweight tournament. And now making his debut in the FWA down south, it's Bubblegum. This is a hell of a match he's got ahead of himself here against Aviv Maayan. And here comes Aviv. Look at the shape that Aviv Maayan is in. And once again, as we saw earlier with the first two flyweight competitors, both men fan favourites. This should be another great match. We saw a great match earlier with an Aviv Maayan fan there, the Aviv Maayan sign. Earlier, as I was saying, we saw Ross Jordan advance. And now either Bubblegum or Aviv Maayan will advance next in the tournament. Unless, of course, it's a double count out, or a double DQ, or a time limit draw. Collar and elbow tie up, both men jumping for position. Aviv Maayan takes Bubblegum and that butchers it. Putting pressure on the shoulder and the elbow there. You see he's got the wrist and he turns it into that wrist lock. Bubblegum, however, goes underneath. Puts a wrist lock on of his own. Rather colourful competitor is Bubblegum. Spins Aviv round and now he has the hammerlock on. Aviv trying to find a counter here. Just drops down, forces Bubblegum to release the hold and takes the legs. We've got a variation of an Indian deathlock going on here.
No.
The Red Dragon Aviv Maayan now rolls through and applies that front face lock.
You submit?
But there's the speed and technique of Bubblegum. He goes underneath and takes the arm, and now he's back in there with a version of an armbar. Arm ringer there. He keeps control of the wrist in that wrist lock. Aviv moves underneath, and there's an elbow there, short elbow. And Aviv takes the arm of his own. And Bubblegum rolls through. Bubblegum seems to be the quicker of these two. Goes underneath, nice snap there. And I am very impressed here with the technical ability of Bubblegum. Bubblegum scoops around trying to keep hold of that face lock there, but maintains the arm. And look at the point of the knee there. The point of the knee there for a moment was driven into the back of the shoulder. Keeping hold of that wrist. Not letting Aviv go anywhere. Oh, nice move there. Oh! That was nice. Aviv sacrificed himself into a hammerlock to counter into a position where he could take the head in a judo-like throw. Bubblegum tried the head scissors. Wasn't able to get it the first time. Second time was successful. Aviv's now going to try and get out of this somehow. Oh, nice. Shade to Johnny Saint there. Side headlock. Both men up to a vertical position. Bubblegum tries to take it into a top wrist lock. You see Aviv's trying to block it now, using his right hand to try and push the weight further up on Bubblegum. However, Bubblegum's definitely got the advantage. Aviv bridges, rolls through, and I'm very impressed here. Well, smart move there by Aviv. Pushes down on the knee of Bubblegum. Takes him off his feet. And now it's Bubblegum who's bridging now. Great strength by Bubblegum, scoots underneath, but Aviv maintains the hold and the pressure. Bubblegum goes underneath for the arm wringer and takes the headlock there. Pushed into the ropes, releases the hold. Aviv tries to trip Bubblegum. Leapfrog off the ropes. Bubblegum leapfrogs. Whoa. Okay, I'm not going to be able to call this. This is incredibly quick. Somersault, leg drop, misses. Clothesline misses. Knife edge chop does not. You can hear that is certainly hitting its mark. Irish whip into the corner. Shoulder charge ducks. Aviv tilts Bubblegum up with the round the world backbreaker there. And the fans are enjoying this as there's an FWA chant breaks out. We saw solid mat wrestling followed by nice high impact wrestling there. Scoop slam from Aviv, covers. His weight was over the top of Bubblegum there, which was a smart move, and now this reverse chin lock. Earlier we saw Ross Jordan apply this same move, but with a knee in the base of the spine. Aviv was using it in the back of the neck. Bubblegum was able to reverse it with a wrist lock, however, Aviv more with it. Now Bubblegum followed it up with a forearm and then a nice backbreaker. Jumps to a headlock there to try and get the pin, trying to put all the pressure and the weight on the shoulders. I've never seen a man lose to a headlock though. One day it'll happen. Irish whip broken there by Aviv, and there's a vicious European / Welsh uppercut there. Wales is part of Europe, I know, but I think we should just hit on the fact that he's Welsh a little bit more. He likes to name a lot of things. Maybe that's a Red Dragon uppercut. Bubblegum falls. He fell to the mat, and then he gets picked up and Irish whipped into the opposite turnbuckle.
Come on, people, don't hear you making any noise. Let's go.
Aviv wanting the fans behind this, and maybe he should have kept on top of Bubblegum there, because Bubblegum was given an extra couple of seconds to get his breath back, and it gave him enough to... Oh, however, I think that was lucky. I think he was able to use his hands to block that. Bubblegum starts running, misses that step up into Guri, and oh my goodness, nearly decapitates Aviv Maayan when Aviv was trying a springboard maneuver of some description. Aviv on the outside, Bubblegum on the inside, now able to get his bearings back. Been on the defensive for a few minutes. Bubblegum starts running those ropes, and there's a somersault pescado. Again, this is the kind of action you will see here in the FWA Flyweight division. Both men on the outside. Fans chanting Hubba Bubba in support of Bubblegum. Young lad from up north is now back on the offensive. Irish whips. Nice hip block there. You saw how high he moved that hip to get that leverage. Oh! Up. Move there and whoa! Spikes him with that DDT and cover, hooks the leg, but no weight over the shoulders. Gets the 2 count. Fans once again showing their support. Irish whip. Aviv dropped to his knees and put the offense on his own and put the weight. Whoa. Tries for that suplex and Aviv with that Falcon Arrow. We've just been watching some classic FWA stuff. We're watching Scott Parker in action. Aviv hooks the near leg there for him. Hooked the far leg, sorry. Haven't seen that move done in a long time, actually. Falcon Arrow, Golden Arrow, followed on with a backbreaker and more work on the back of Bubblegum. Aviv, the bigger of the two, and seems to be in better conditioning as well. Aviv Maayan trained down at FWA Academy in Portsmouth under the tutelage of Mark Swain, the specialist. Fans once again behind both athletes in this solid, fantastic flyweight action there. And, well, European Welsh uppercut block turned into a backslide, and Bubblegum from behind gets a schoolboy. Over the top, sunset flip. Aviv Maayan rolls through and both feet to the cranium of Bubblegum. I think he's got some Bubblegum stuck to the sole of his foot, actually. Referee making a count. Aviv Maayan up at 6. Bubblegum still down, however. Aviv Maayan is picking him up and seems to be signaling for that. Oh, I thought he was going to go for that Vavavoom DDT, but no, maybe going for another Golden Arrow. Just holding him up there. Maybe a brainbuster and stalling. How long was he holding him up for? And textbook vertical suplex. Rolls through. Smart move by Aviv there. He saw how close to the ropes he was. Bubblegum perhaps could have got the foot on the rope to break that count. He hooked the leg and made Bubblegum use as much energy as he had left to kick out. Irish whip into the corner. Over the top goes Bubblegum. Ducks the clothesline. Whoa! Clothesline of his own. And Bubblegum trying to find a second wind here. Off the ropes. Oh! Spoke too soon. He just walked straight into another one of those Red Dragon forearms, I guess you could call them. Whoa! Whoa! Nice martial arts kicks there from Bubblegum and just runs right through him. It's a leg lariat variation there. Gets a 2 count. Bubblegum back in control. Over the shoulder goes Aviv Maayan. Oh, just dumped in position. Bubblegum on the top rope. Moonsault. Oh my goodness. From the stratosphere goes Bubblegum, but no one home there. Oh, and that's just a power bomb there. Sky high into it. Short power bomb, and now Aviv saying it's over, and now applying a STF. Trying to get the submission. We saw him apply a lot of pressure on the neck with the reverse chin lock area and the knee in the back of the neck. Then we saw the back breaker. There's a lot of pressure now. Bubblegum not wanting to quit though. This is a great opportunity for both men to make a name for themselves and become the first ever FWA British Flyweight champion. Forearm there from Aviv. Fans getting behind Bubblegum. Whoa, oh, what was this? Whoa, that was unique. Pump handle, Wonderworld, come Fisherman Buster, come Suplex, come... That was a unique maneuver. I've never seen that before, actually. Bubblegum eventually rolls over there. It's like a Ferris wheel suplex, I guess you could call it. Bubblegum signaling for something here. Powerbomb perhaps? Whoa, no. Aviv held onto the head there so he couldn't be dropped. Pushes him. Blocks the clothesline. And... oh my goodness. Oh, it's over. I have not seen that move before. He went under the arm, hooked him up over the shoulders and then dropped him in a burning hammer slash DVD like maneuver. A good performance, however, from the young lad from Bubblegum. Over at Aviv Maayan advances. Wait a minute, that's Ross Jordan now. We saw Ross Jordan advance earlier. Ross Jordan, who was trained by Alex Shane earlier on, defeated Dan Head, who was trained by Mark Sloan, and we're going to see this in the next round. Semi-final action, we'll see Ross Jordan and Aviv Maayan. And the fans showing their appreciation for both Aviv Maayan and Bubblegum. And we saw Ross Jordan come to ring to congratulate Aviv Maayan, and we know what we're going to see in the next round of the FWA British Flyweight title tournament. A great match there and a great win for Aviv Maayan.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for tonight's main event.
And as ring announcer John Atkins just said, it's time for the main event.
It's set for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it's a tag team matchup.
Tag team action coming up next. The music of the righteous Paul Travell. Oh my goodness, and he's bringing Mr. Pointy, and there's Jack Xavier. Wait a minute. Both of them wearing some rather funky clothes, shall we speak. The righteous Paul Travell and Jack Xavier, these two are pretty much as close to best friends as you could get, actually. And this isn't the first time they have teamed up. In fact, they had teamed up a few years ago down in Portsmouth for an FWA show. And we know that theme song. That is the theme music of the FWA British Heavyweight Champion. And the FWA British Heavyweight Champion, the show stealer Alex Shane, and the FWA All England Champion, the South City Thriller, Hade Vansen. So far, he has recently become the longest reigning FWA All England Champion. That record was previously held by the specialist Mark Sloan. This is a case of teacher and student as a tag team here, as Hade Vansen, the FWA All England Champion, was trained by the FWA British Heavyweight Champion, the show stealer Alex Shane. These two are also pretty much best friends as well.
To my right, the team of the All England Champion, the South City Thriller, Hade Vansen.
Alex took Hade specifically under his wing, and it seems to have shown us Hade is... Wait a minute, he's handing...
And his tag team partner, he is your current and reigning BTW Scottish Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, we could be here all day if he's going to read all these.
Southern Heavyweight Champion. He is the current and reigning OPWO Heavyweight Champion. He is the
I'm going to have a drink.
reigning
Maybe go get some food.
GPW Northwest Heavyweight Champion. He is the undefeated
May order a pizza.
TWA Heavyweight Champion. And he is your current and reigning FWA British Heavyweight Champion from Finsbury Park, London, the show stealer,
Okay, we got the point. He holds a lot of titles, including the title that matters in British wrestling, the FWA British Heavyweight Championship.
To my left, the team of Jack Xavier and the righteous Paul Travell.
But this is not going to be an easy match, really, for either two teams. Who can forget the legendary, the classic last man standing match between Alex Shane and Jack Xavier? Well, the wars that we've been seeing recently between Hade Vansen and Jack Xavier. And as for the righteous Paul Travell, well, he's just nuts. Alex Shane and Hade Vansen are not exactly crowd favourites, however, Paul Travell and Jack Xavier are. We saw Jack Xavier earlier. And now Alex Shane and Hade Vansen trying to get some crowd reaction, and it's less than favourable. Paul Travell and Jack Xavier show them how it's done, and they are getting cheered. And Hade Vansen and Alex Shane tried to jump them from behind. Xavier and Travell saw them coming. Vansen and Show Stealer jumped to the outside. Jack Xavier now. I mean, Jack Xavier is somebody who I would not want to have mad at me for any particular reason. Jack Xavier especially has been on a tear here in the FWA, really since being attacked backstage at the Broxbourne Civic Hall. We have still yet to find out who it is who's been running around backstage attacking FWA superstar after FWA superstar. Most recently, it was the specialist Mark Sloan. And we see Alex Shane there doing some jumping jacks, and I'm not quite sure what it is that Hade Vansen's doing. We're just talking about how ugly the fans are. Oh no, there's a young lass in the front row there that I caught my eye. She seems alright. Oh, wait a minute. Travell and Xavier have had enough of waiting around on the inside of the ring. They're going to go after them. And on their way back in, Vansen and Shane cut them off with boots, reversals, and once again, Vansen and the show stealer, the British heavyweight champion, jump to the outside, regain their senses and change game plan. They want none of the bad boy from Birmingham, Jack Xavier, but just the nut job that is the righteous Paul Travell, and there's double drop kicks through the ropes on both the All England champion and the British heavyweight champion. And there's Paul Travell, who sends Alex Shane back into the ring. Jack Xavier sends Hade Vansen back into the ring. Not a lot of people realise this, but Paul Travell holds more victories over Alex Shane than any other person in the FWA. Paul Travell, of course, was part of the faction known as the Family. Well, yeah. I'm not for that. See this out. They want to be on the outside. They don't seem to like fighting on the inside of the ring. And these fans are chanting street fight. And with Jack Xavier's saying no. Xavier and Travell, they aren't content with regular wrestling moves. I'm not quite sure what it was he said, but that might not have been wise. Well, this is a hell of a gamble. The cards have been dealt. What are we going to see? Well, I'd say the street fight is on. Well, this is going to be incredibly interesting, because if Alex Shane and Hade Vansen get the victory, neither Paul Travell nor Jack Xavier can challenge for either one of those titles for a year. However, if Travell or Xavier get the victory. Presumably that would make them the #1 contender for said title. Oh, nice move there. Hip block into a senton splash. Xavier scoop slams the South City Thriller, drops the elbow. And this tag team match is on. Well, there's a lot riding on it. Xavier and Travell cannot afford to lose this, but really neither can the South City Thriller and the Show Stealer. Back elbow there from Travell, leg drop there. Vansen trying to reach for the tag. Travell pulls the arm and tags in the bad boy from Birmingham, Xavier. And Shane trying to get the crowd chanting Vansen and not having much luck. I may not like the guy, and I don't think many people do, but I'll give him credit on that reversal. Series of right hands from Xavier now. Far too soon for Vansen to try showboating about because... Whoa! There was a brick wall called Xavier that just ran through, that Hade Vansen just ran into, and it sent him inside out.
Come on.
And Vansen's almost dead weight. It's taken a lot of Xavier just to pick him up. Oh my goodness, you can hear that echo throughout the Southbury Leisure Centre here in Enfield. And there's another one. Irish whip. Vansen reverses. Xavier into the corner. Big boot from Xavier. Onto the second rope. Tornado DDT attempt here. Vansen counters. Whoa! And he's sent to the outside. However, this is a street fight, so there is no countouts here. And Vansen just knocks Travell off the apron. Whoa! And the Show Stealer runs through Xavier himself with that clothesline and sends him back into the ring. We have seen the recent wars between Hade Vansen and Xavier. We remember all the wars between Xavier and Alex Shane, including that brutal last man standing match. We remember the violent matches that we saw between the family and the show swearers that saw Paul Travell and Alex Shane take things to all sorts of limit, involving thumbtacks, involving fire, involving tables. In fact, it was the fire that kind of sent Paul Travell a little kooky, shall we say. Irish whip from Shane onto Xavier, and there's a lariat into the corner. But typical Show Stealer Alex Shane not making the most of having the advantage here, instead turning his attempts to the crowd. And just knees him and now clothesline the back of his head, and that sends him face first into the mat. The champ goes for the cover, gets a 2 count here again. Pretty much, this may not be a title match, but it's as good as, really, when you think about it, because there's just so much riding on this. Xavier, and thumb to the iron. Full Nelson into that neck breaker. Trademark Show Stealer Alex Shane, who's frustrated at that count. There's so much on the line here. And Xavier eats boot there, I pretty much think is how the Show Stealer saw that. Picture perfect elbow from the outside. Gets a 2 count. Vansen and Alex Shane keeping the pressure on now. There's a knife edge, returning the favour. Irish whip. Oh, discus forearm. Vansen keeping on top, and there's a vicious kick to the back. Keeps hold of Vansen while he reaches over for the tag, and here comes that 6'7" British heavyweight champion. Is Alex Shane, who Irish whips Xavier into the corner. Xavier gets the boot up. Xavier to the second rope. Oh, jumps straight into that choke bomb. 1, 2. Xavier gets the shoulder up. Alex Shane relentless with those pin attempts and insistent. While he's... Whoa! While Alex Shane was there arguing with referee Andy Quilden, Jack Xavier nipped up and hit that enziguri and kicked right through the head of Alex Shane, and I wouldn't be surprised if the champ is concussed. Both men trying to make a tag, but they're both in opposite corners. Xavier tries to reach Travell, however, Alex Shane keeps hold of the leg. I'm surprised that Alex Shane has enough in him and enough sense to hold on. Series of elbows there from Hade Vansen, the FWA All England champion. And there's a third.
Who wants another one?
Hade Vansen driving the point of the knee into the forehead of Jack Xavier. And there's a European uppercut. Oh my goodness, that would have loosened a few teeth for sure. See the show stealer watching on his protege, the South City thriller, Hade Vansen. Irish whip into the corner. Jack Xavier. Whoa! That just came out of nowhere. Just wandered straight into that drop kick from the South City thriller. This guy's got such a future ahead of him. Unfortunately, though, his talent, he has uncapped talent. Unfortunately, he has uncapped arrogance as well. Went with it, and it just backfired in his face, literally as there's a jackliner out of nowhere. Jack Xavier needs to make a tag, but unfortunately he's on the opposite end of the ring. He's got to climb over Hade Vansen to reach for the tag from the righteous Paul Travell. You can hear the crowd, you can see the crowd on the edge of their seat. They're wanting Xavier to make that tag. Xavier does, and so does Hade Vansen, and Travell, who's a fresh, comes in a house of fire, clotheslines everyone. Whoa! Anderson like spinebuster from Travell. And now Travell on top with a series of elbows. You can see the look on the eyes. He's just knocking the sense straight out of the show stealer. There's another elbow. And there's another one, sends him down, and exclamation point to the series. The show stealer is rocked, and there's a clothesline, sends him to the outside. Wait a minute. Travell with a somersault plancher. He's not part of the FWA Flyweight division, but you want to know it with that. And it leaves Vansen and Xavier on the inside, and this is what Xavier's wanted. Wait a minute, it looks like Vansen doesn't realise. Whoa! He was gonna look like he was gonna dive on top of Travell. Instead, the only thing he dived on was solid floor. Oh my! And there's a suicide dive from the chunky, funky monkey that is Jack Xavier. Alex Shane tastes canvas there. Travell wanders straight in, and now the street fight seems to have... It's broken down here at the Southbury Leisure Centre in Enfield. And they're brawling around. No one and nowhere is safe here in Enfield, and oh! Alex Shane's face, meat table. series of knees there now from Alex Shane. And, whoa! He sends him through. However, he doesn't see that Paul Travell actually landed on his feet. And he's goading him in. Whoa! He's playing hide and seek with the show stealer. Referee trying to get them both back on the inside, but this is a street fight and these guys are going to take it wherever they want, especially when you've got a psycho like Paul Travell involved. Alex Shane, however, cuts him off with that boot, sends him, ducks the clothesline, and there's a, that was a side Russian leg sweep, and the back of Alex Shane's head hits the solid concrete block wall. Travell will hurt himself to hurt his opponent. And the glazed look on the eyes of the show stealer. Both men are out of it, and now Paul Travell is just using that forearm to choke him. What the hell? We got a special delivery here, one Mr. Hade Vansen. I'm not quite sure what was going on there, but it doesn't look like Hade Vansen got the better of him. Whoa! And there's a side thrust kick from the left-hand side, on the left foot side, on Jack Xavier. And that steel, whatever it was, just thrown into the side of the head of Jack Xavier. And as we said, it's all broken down here at the Southbury Leisure Centre. So much on the line here if Paul Travell and Jack Xavier don't get the victory. And what? Hade Vansen has the mic. When he doesn't see, there's Paul Travell from behind, over the shoulder. Oh my goodness! A variation of a TKO there. Drops him into a stunner. And now Travell on the apron. Again, no one is safe on the outside. And there's a Hurricane Rana. Heads as a takedown. And Hade Vansen letting his big mouth get in the way. This could cost him. That title belt is legal there. Alex Shane just introduced it to Jack Xavier's skull. Vansen's still down on the outside. His cockiness got to him now, and he tasted the head scissors. Vansen Irish whip. Sorry, that was Xavier Irish whipped. And wait a minute, whoa! Well, that was certainly unique. That was a 3-pointer, and there's a tornado DDT from Travell on the outside. And look at the show still. Oh, he looked like he's coming too. He was out of it there. I don't think he's quite with it. Travell sending him on into the inside. Perhaps he's going to go for a cover. Swing and drop kick using the basketball stand into a tornado DDT on the outside. Now Travell on the top rope. This psychopath is loose. Beautiful splash there. 1, 2. It's going to be over. No! Vansen with a last-ditch save. The fans say it was a 3 count, and I've got to say it was close, but I think the show stealer got the shoulder out. It was 2 999s. An emergency kick out, that's for sure, and oh my goodness. Snap German suplex. Vansen perhaps send him up for that South City driller. Clothesline attempt. Whoa. Hurricane Rana attempt again from Travell. However, Vansen blocks it. Boot, here it comes, South City driller. Oh my, oh, it's over. If he can roll him over and get the cover before Xavier, who we see is in the picture there, makes the save. That would have been it. Xavier dives, breaks up the count. However, leg trip there. Oh! I think he was going for a standing start press of some description there. I don't think he should be doing that, quite frankly. He proved that literally, wait a minute, oh my goodness. Wait a minute, this could be it. He's defeated Vansen with that before, but there's show stealer Alex Shane in with the save. And now, Alex Shane
right hand blocked. Xavier is a house of fire. Series of right hands, he screams. There's a lot of anger in this man. Oh, well, there's a low blow. No, it's the one night stand. Oh no, this could be it. There's no title match for these two for a kid. No, he kicks out. He kicked out of the one night stand. He had to. He had no choice. And Xavier and Travell lose this match. These two will not receive a title match for a year. Alex Shane gets a steel chair and oh, this conjures up memories of their last man standing match and oh my goodness, I think this is it. Remember, it's all legal here. This is an Enfield street fight. Wait a minute, Travell from behind. Can he stop it? Can he? Low blow! Thank goodness Travell was there, otherwise it could have been the end of Jack Xavier, and now Xavier has the chair and he hits the show stealer. There's Vansen with a double low blow, it seems. Everyone is going to be singing soprano in the shower tonight. Wait a minute, no! South City Driller! And now both Travell and Xavier have tasted, and this is going to be it. Wait a minute. Oh, he may regret this. There's just no call for that at all. I mean, he's taken the one night stand. He's taken a chair shot. He's now taken a South City Driller. Xavier's got to be out of this. Alex Shane and Paul Travell brawling on the outside. Travell just went face first into those steps. Irish whip, there's next to nothing left of him now. Monkey flip attempt perhaps. This is a bit bizarre here. And wait a minute, no, he's getting caught. And wait a minute, this is a... No, wait a minute. It's a double team move there. Vansen may rue the day that he didn't allow that cover. 1, 2. Alex Shane in to make the save. I think Vansen got the shoulder up in time. It's all broken down here in Enfield at London Calling. Travell walks into that boot. Knockout shot from the show stealer. Smart move, however, for Travell with his last gasp of breath, last gasp of energy. He rolls to the outside so he couldn't get a victory. Wait a minute, setting up for the Xavier now. No. Alex Shane now trying to hit that check up from the neck up. If he can hit this. 1. Oh, he's dead. Broken neck 101 out. This has got to be it. There's just you can't take that much punishment to the head and not feel the effects. I mean, let's not forget what happened back in Broxbourne. He was jumped from behind. He suffered a serious concussion that took him out for not 1 but 2 shows. Wait a minute, he's going for that boot. Travell pulls Shane to the outside. Vansen going to try and capitalise it. Oh, and there's a standing drop kick. Catches a glancing blow to the shoulder of Jack Xavier. Both Travell and Shane down on the outside. Vansen now setting up Jack Xavier. Oh no, not a South City Driller from the top rope. Oh, this would be it. Wait a minute, he's now setting him up for something. Maybe not. Oh my goodness! A vertical reverse suplex there and gets the victory. Jack Xavier pins the All England champion, Hade Vansen, and now you've got to believe that makes Jack Xavier the #1 contender to the FWA All England Championship. Paul Travell and Jack Xavier win the street fight here in Enfield. And Xavier, Alex Shane can't believe this, his protege, his student Hade Vansen just cost him the match. He cost him the match earlier after hitting the South City Driller and picking up Xavier instead of getting the 3 count. Paul Travell, Jack Xavier get the win here in Enfield at London Calling, and now Xavier's going to be wanting a shot at Hade Vansen's FWA All England Championship. It's only a matter of time before a title ends up round the waist of the bad boy from Birmingham. and the show stealer's just walking out on his protege and student. The fans are behind him. What a match here at Enfield at London Calling. Fans, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time here, and hopefully it'll be a case of us crowning a new FWA All England champion in Jack Xavier. Fans, check out www.frontierwrestling.com for all the latest news and where you can see FWA live, and we will see you next time.